Hey guys, it's me Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks. This time I'm going to be showing you a video in my E-75, the Tier 9 German heavy tank. This tank is great. It's a really good machine. I love it a lot. And to be honest, maybe slightly overpowered. Just my opinion. I don't think it needs too much of a nerf. In fact, from my opinion, is based on the second best gun and not even the top engine yet. So I haven't been reaching the full potential of this tank, but from what I can see, the armor is pretty ridiculous. You can see here that the speed is pretty slow, being outpaced by a E100 and in fact, being outpaced by a T110E4. But I'm sure that will change once I get the top tier engine. The tank has 1,920 hit points, and the armor on it causes so many troll bounces, it's ridiculous. The gun mantle here, I think it's about 210, 220, and that little gun mantlet bit around the gun, you're never going to get through that at all. The frontal plate, whilst only 160 millimeters, is in fact angled. It's in a very extreme angle. I'd say almost 30, 40 degrees maybe. Not quite 45 degrees, but maybe 30. We'll go back to the in-game view here. But that causes so many bounces, it's ridiculous. You'll see later on what I mean. To start off with, this game doesn't look too good. We've already lost the Chaffee and the AMX 1390. I noticed that there was an E100 down there. Looking at the minimap, you can see it. And there was also a T30. What I notice is, along the right flank, hold the show, here comes the T54E1, which is the, what is it? It's the T54E1, that's the Tier 9 American auto-loading medium tank. I'm trying to get a track on him here, but in fact the E-75 does, the other E-75, and at this point, it's kind of dead for him. He's reloading, and he's still got a T110E4 right in his face there, ramming him, and it turns out I'm going to get the kill on him. Well, I take his track off so he can't run away, and he's completely screwed now. Waiting for the reload. 3, 2, 1, bam, right into the side of the turret. He's got no armor there at all. He gets some quite sneaky bounces from the front there, but apart from that, he's really not gonna bounce anything from an E-75, even with the, let me check the penetration quickly, I think it's 200 and, even with the 225 millimeters of penetration on the Tier 9 gun. I haven't actually got the Tier 10 gun, but there we go, we took out that guy, and in fact the T110E4 has moved to a different position to help take out the AMX 5120. That thing has a monster gun. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. It does like 800, 700 or something, about average. I get a hit into the E-75 there. You can see that the damage on this Tier 9 gun is lacking, but it does make up for it with rate of fire. Having unlocked the top tier gun after this video, I basically unlocked it after this due to all the experience that I got. Having unlocked the gun, the reload is a lot slower, the aim time is slower, and the accuracy is slightly worse, but the damage, what do we have on here? We have 320 damage versus 490 on the top tier gun, and the penetration, I believe, goes up from 225 to 246, I think it's something along those lines. I'll put it in the post-game statistics afterwards for you guys. So at this point, we are kind of losing. Although they only have one tank up from us, they seem to be in a much better position than us, and the tanks along here seem to have lost quite a bit of health. So I'm trying to pull up here, although you can see the extreme slow speed of this tank. There's an E100 there, just completely absorbing hits. I'm noticing that flanks are open, that E100's still sitting there, just, oh, I've lost my track, oh well, who cares, I'm in a big tank. He's driving forward, and I can see behind me, looking at the minimap, that 2 E100s have shown themselves, and we've got 1 E100 dealing with them. So I spotted my IS-4, not looking my way at all. Hit his track, unfortunately, shouldn't really have shot that shot like that. At this point, I get really a bit annoyed with this guy tailgating me. I'm like, what are you doing, mate? So I take another shot, 385 damage, that's not a bad roll for this gun. And this E-75 bounces off the join between the upper and lower plate. Bounce another shot from the IS-7 there. Where did that bounce? Off the very extreme angle of the turret cheek, which is around 160 millimeters, 170, I think, which should provide some very troll bounces if they shoot there. So we know they have an E-75 behind that rock. There's an ST-1? I think it is an ST-1. It might be an STI. So I'm aiming, and the shot goes through, does a nice killing blow on him. E-75, this guy, I have no idea what he thinks he's doing, but he just drives straight out in front of us, and bam, straight into the side. E-100, two E-75s, what are you doing? Even though we've pulled off some heroic comeback over on this flank, the left flank's been demolished entirely. And this is where this game, I think, in my opinion, gets very good. Up till now, it's been a pretty average game for me, with only 1,290 damage done. But there's an E-100 there, and a T-30, and I decided to focus on the T-30 because he has a big gun, and he's heading for our artillery. So I'm going to wait for a nice clear shot, bam, straight into the side of the turret, 390 damage, what a shot. I don't know what he does at this point, or what he thinks he's doing, but he stops, give him another shot, 240. Try to angle here, hopefully it won't hit me. And he knocks my track off. See what I mean about this tank being troll? You shoot it anywhere, and nothing. 262 damage to the T-30, and now he's dead at this point. He's not going anywhere. I fix the track, and bam. T-30 is destroyed. I'm on 5 kills. It still could go either way at this point. They have two E-100s. We have an E-100, a Jagdpanzer E-100, an M48 Patton, and an E-75. Their E-100, he's kind of pincered at the moment. He's got me up here, and that E-100 to the west. And at this point, I'm saying to the back chat, dude, can you help me out here? He's like, oh, I'm reloading. So I'm like, oh, affirmative, I'll try and delay him. At this point, I notice he's focusing down on the other E-100, and I think to myself, right, let's grab some sneaky little kill steal. Well, not a kill steal in a sense. Sneaky little extra damage here. It's 2,100. It's alright. Could be doing with some more damage in a tier 9 matchup like this. And at this point, I want to take his track off to stop him running away and hitting me. Because he doesn't have the gun depression to get his gun around to point at me. So he decides to point the other way. Bam, another hit into the track there. Waiting for the reload. It still could go either way at this point. That E-100 could take out the other one. I know what I mean by that. One of them could take out the other one. He's taking some hits. I'm keeping him tracked. I'm just going for that little bit there, just so I can put some damage in. Hopefully nobody will kill him. At this point, I'm thinking, please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. I want my top gun. I want my top gun. Skablam. 2,820 damage. And at this point, I'm thinking I'm pretty happy with myself. I've got my top gun. I've got relatively large amounts of health left. And I'm looking around. They've only got an E-100 and a T-50-2 left. He's in our base with our artillery, unfortunately. And I noticed the last spotted position of the E-100 was the K5J5 sector. And I'm thinking, right, I'll come around and flank him if he's still there. What happens next gives me a pretty big heart attack, to be honest. I'm coming along here, looking behind me. Oh my god, full health, E-100. Oh my goodness, run away, run away, run away. And get him in the lower plate. Okie dokie, run away, please don't hurt me. He has the gun on the mouse, and he bounces off the side of my turret there. He has the gun on the mouse, as I was saying, which has higher penetration but less damage. I'm aiming for his lower plate. I hit him, and I set him on fire. Look at the damage increase. Look at it rise. Just beautiful damage here. And I take him out with my fire. 7 kills, 4,485 damage. The Batchat 155 takes out the T-50-2, and that's the replay. So why don't we get on to some end plates, guys, and I'll just show you how great this game went. So here we are at the end plate, guys. You can see that I got 90,000 credits and 4,700 experience, doing a great deal of damage to all these tanks here. If we look at the detailed report, you see I got top of the team. Unfortunately, I didn't get top damage. That M48 Patton did a great job pumping the damage out. But I got even more with my experience and 7 kills. And if we look at the detailed report, you will see that I made a 57,000 credit increase. I got a damage upon spotting 1,492, with potential damage received of 3,150. I damaged 8 enemies, destroyed 7, 23 shots fired, 22 direct hits, 21 penetration. So you can see, even without the top gun, this tank does do a great deal of damage. So that's been me, Jack. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching.